Hello and welcome to Dishing Delights. My name is Jenica and today I am going to share with you what we had for dinner this week with a few grocery hauls mixed in. Now let's get into it. I have a little grocery haul here. I grabbed almost 2 pounds of local ground beef. And then I also grabbed this turkey breast. I grabbed a package of Baby Bella mushrooms, some grape tomatoes, 2 yellow squash. These were 50 cents a piece, so I'm going to use these in some spaghetti. I have 2 cucumbers, a 3-pack of romaine lettuce, and some spinach. And I will show you what I end up making with all of these. Also, check out my dried green onions. They're doing pretty good. They need maybe another week and a half, and then I'll grind these up for onion powder. So we are going to make some spaghetti. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by browning my ground beef. Then I'm going to chop up my morel mushrooms and one of these squash. And then I'm going to add it to my Prego meat sauce. And then we are going to make some spaghetti. Now that's a whole lot of veggies that we are going to add to our sauce. Now once this is browned, I'm going to pull half of the meat out, and then I'm going to add in my veggies. Now I'm going to let this cook down for probably about 10 minutes, and then I'll add in the sauce. Right here I'm going to add some Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, some minced onion, salt as well, and some pepper. I'm going to continue to let that cook down. Here's our vegetable and meat mixture all cooked down. I just started my water for my pasta. I have my Prego. I'm going to add all of that in. I'm going to turn this down to a simmer. Then I'm just going to let this simmer until our pasta water is boiling, and then we cooked our pasta completely. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of this pasta water and add it to my pasta jar. Then I'm going to add that back in. Draining my pasta noodles. Going to turn the heat off. I'm going to plate up some pasta. And then I'm going to add in a big scoop of the sauce. That looks amazing. And that is what's for dinner. Spaghetti is such an easy way to pack in lots and lots of veggies, and this was my favorite by far. And the next thing we are going to make is a simple fried rice. So right here I have some ground beef that I'm just going to add to my pan real quick. I'm going to turn the heat down slightly. I really don't have that many vegetables on hand, so I'm going to tear up some of these peppers that I have frozen. I don't mind if it's a little bit chunky. I'm also going to add in some corn and a can of mushrooms. I'm just going to kind of chop these veggies a little bit. I'm cracking 3 eggs. Adding a little sesame oil, adding some soy sauce, adding in my cold rice, Adding in my 3 eggs. I'm just going to mix all of that together, and then we have our fried rice. Does need a little more soy. I'm also going to add in a little bit of red pepper flakes. And that is our super simple dinner. Fried rice. We are going to make a turkey breast. So I have this turkey breast that has been thawing out for a few days now. I'm going to set it in this Dutch oven. Oh wow, it's bigger than I thought it was. 6.97 pounds. All right, I have minced onion, some sage, some white pepper, some parsley, some rosemary, some garlic powder, some salt, and some paprika. And I'm just gonna make my own little seasoning. I'm going to add some onion, some white pepper. Now that was like over a tablespoon of onion, I think, but that's fine. Add a teaspoon of white pepper, a teaspoon of sage, like a teaspoon and a half of crushed rosemary, a couple teaspoons of garlic powder, a teaspoon of parsley, maybe a little bit more, and some paprika, just for a little bit of color. And then I'm also going to add in my pink Himalayan salt. Now this smells heavenly. I have the oven preheating to 325 degrees. I'm going to take like a tablespoon and a half of olive oil. And what I'm going to do is mix this up. I'm going to loosen this skin on this turkey, and I'm just going to add all this delicious seasoning. Now I'm just loosening this skin up. Going to do that on both sides. If you don't want to do this, you can just add it to the top of the skin. Now I am going to add just a little bit more seasoning salt to the top of the breast. I'm going to add my Dutch oven lid. It really doesn't fit on perfectly, but hey, that's fine. And I'm going to toss this in the oven until it is cooked to 165 degrees. All right. Now I just checked the temperature. The crust is nice and crispy. We have the delicious juices at the bottom. Now what I'm going to do here is remove this. If I can figure out how to pick it up. I'm going to remove this and set it aside. I'm just going to take all the chicken juices, set them in a bowl, and then I'm going to wash up these baby bella mushrooms and cut up this squash. And I'm going to add that right into this pan. Then I'm going to roast these while the turkey rests. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic salt, and then I'm going to spoon some of that turkey juice right back over those veggies. I'm going to cover this up and add it back in the oven for about 20 minutes. All right, I am just going to cut off one side of this breast, and then I'll just leave the rest and cut the rest off later. I have my leftover turkey right here. I also have my bones. I'm gonna set those there for just a moment. I'm gonna throw this in a Ziploc bag. Then I have my turkey breast that's all cut up. There's our veggies. Gonna add some of that turkey juice, and that is what's for dinner. I'm going to be making some quick turkey wraps with our leftover turkey. I have 2 tortillas here, and then I have some Miracle Whip for my husband's. And then I just have some honey mustard dressing, and I'm going to, whoa, add a little too much apparently. Guess that's perfect. And then to these wraps, I'm going to add some spinach. And then I'm going to take some shredded turkey and add that to our wraps. I'm going to add quite a bit of turkey. I want these high protein. I'll be honest, the only thing that I have ate today was these Ritz crackers because I went to put them away. My husband had an Easy Cheese bottle in there, and I was like, yes, please. So we're gonna stick with a super simple wrap for dinner. And that is what's for dinner. All right, I just got back from work, and if you don't know, my husband's family owns a small convenience store, and at the end of the month, they send home like a little box of things that are about to be expired or expired this week that we don't get reimbursed for. So this is this little haul. We have some egg noodles, which are perfect because I just cooked that turkey breast. So we're gonna make some turkey and noodles. 2 small bottles of ranch. That'll be great for pasta salads. 2 chunky soups. These are both chicken noodle. My husband will be happy that we have those. 3 boxes of large seashell pasta. 3 Coffee Mate creamers, and then 2 Benadryls that I'm going to offer some of my friends with kids. And that is a great little free grocery haul. I'm gonna start making some turkey and noodles. Oh, also, don't mind this. I'm in my paint clothes because now my paint clothes have turned into gardening clothes. I am just making a super quick salad tonight. I have my lettuce. I'm adding in some tomatoes. I have like just the crumbs from these Doritos. And then I have some of that turkey. I'm just going to tear that up. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of ranch. And that is what's for dinner tonight. All right, I am going to make some hot turkey sandwiches. So I am going to peel apart some of my turkey, add it into this pan, and then I have some of my turkey drippings I'm going to add into this. And I'll add that until I get the right consistency, and then I'll serve it alongside a vegetable. Right here, I am adding in some of that leftover turkey drippings, and this will give it such great flavor. All right, I just added a little bit of cornstarch and water, just like a small, about a teaspoon and a half of cornstarch and a couple tablespoons of water. I'm going to add this to my dish, and then I'm just going to toss some corn in here. All right, I'm making my husband's turkey sandwich. And that is what's for dinner. Right here I have my leftover turkey bones. I'm just going to let this simmer on the stove. It's been simmering for about an hour and a half. I'm going to let it continue to simmer for about another hour and a half. And then I'm going to make turkey and noodles. And that is what's for dinner tonight. Now, I did end up simmering this for about 6.5 hours, and it really reduced into a nice, beautiful broth. This was so delicious. But I did also add in some of that congealed turkey drippings just for some extra flavor. And this did the trick, that's for sure. So after that, we did end up adding in our whole bag of egg noodles. As you can see here, I did not want any of that flavor to go to waste. So we added in every last drop. So right here we have our egg noodles. I'm going to toss that whole bag in. And once that bag is in there, we're just going to cook them down until the noodles are cooked through. We're going to take some of that turkey, that leftover turkey, we're going to shred that up. And this is a super simple turkey and noodles. It takes hardly any time once that broth is done. And this is just one of those meals that as it sits in the fridge and you eat it again, it just gets better and better. And I did make this a little bit runny. That way when it sits in the fridge, it still has some juices to absorb so it doesn't get too dried out. And that was our super delicious dinner. You cannot beat turkey and noodles. That is a winner anytime. So thank you so much for coming along on this What's for Dinner video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please like, make sure you're subscribed, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload my next video. Thank you so much for watching.